Now once you've made your mat, we are now going to add handles, and I'm going to show you how to make a handle. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a little loop here to start our chain stitch. And we are going to do about 44 stitches across for our chain. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, oops, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Now if you want to see this slower, you could look at my video on how to crochet, and I do this much slower. What we are now going to do is making sure everybody has the right size stitch. What we could do is we can go to our mat, and I take the handle and I put it around the mat and make sure when I connect it here that I have enough of a tail here to make a tie at the end. So for me, 45 stitches is perfect. If you crochet a little tighter, you may have to go to 50 or 55 chain stitches. So now we're going to turn around and go back. And like I say with crocheting, we are going to skip the first hole and go into the second hole. And then we are just going to single crochet 1 row. So I'm going to go back the whole way into that hole, pull it through. You have 2 stitches here. You wrap it around, pull through both stitches. So into a hole, pull through, then pull through both stitches. Into the hole, wrap around, pull through both stitches. Go into the next hole, wrap around, pull through. And if you notice how loosely I am crocheting, it does not have to be tight. So, and we don't have to count going back, obviously, because we know when we get to the end, we are done. So I'm going to continue this to the end for you. And then I'm going to show you how to attach this handle to your mat. And we're going to take our mat, which is 3 feet wide by 6 feet long, and we're going to fold it in half lengthwise and then roll it up. And that's how we're going to prepare it for adding the handles. Always make sure you grab both of these pieces of the bag when you're pulling through. We're getting to the end now. And we're going to go into this last stitch. And now we've completed that. I'm going to just, oops, pull it a little just to stretch it out. And then we are going to now attach it to our mat. What we're going to do is we have, as you can see, we have the full mat here, and we're going to go in a third of the way from the end on either side. So what I'm going to do is show you how to attach one handle at this end. So we go in to about here. I still have my crochet hook. I've just finished here. I'm going to go into either one of these. I'm going to choose this hole. And whichever hole you choose, I'll probably put one handle here and one handle here. So I put it in a hole, just like single crochet. I'm going to wrap it around, pull it through the hole, and leave 2 stitches on my crochet hook. Then I'm going to pull that through. Then I'm going to go into that same hole and into the hole above it. And I'm going to wrap it around, pull it through, again leaving the 2 stitches to then wrap around and pull through again. Then go into that same hole and into the hole above. I'm going to do that about 4 times so I get a good connection here, because we want the handle to be very secure. Once I get up to this point, I'm going to start going across, and I'm going to go into that same hole and then into the hole next to it. Pull through, wrap around, and pull through. I'm going to do that one more time, into that hole and into the next hole, and pull through. I'm using a contrasting color so you can actually see what happens. You can certainly use white if you want to match, but either way is fine. So now we are going to start coming down. We're going to go into that same hole, and we're going to go into a hole right below it. So I'm going to pull this through, then pull it through both. I'm going to go into that same hole and then the hole below it. Pull it through, wrap it around, pull it through into the same hole again and the hole below it. I'm going to pull through, wrap it around, pull through both stitches. Now I'm going to go into this last hole here, but I'm going to connect the handle because I have this piece and I want to connect the left side of the handle that I made. So I'm going to put it into the top hole in the handle, wrap around, pull it through so as to connect the handle to the mat here extra securely. So now I have this piece left, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ball of yarn and I'm going to make a knot by pulling the ball through here and pulling this securely. So I have my knot there. Then I'm going to cut probably about a foot or so of the yarn, And I'm going to use it now to weave the rest through here. And again, just to make it a little more secure instead of just leaving it at the end with one knot. I'm then going to come up and through here to connect the middle portion of the handle. Pull this through. I can put it through here. Nothing really set in stone where you pull through. And then when I get to this point, I will take one piece and tuck it under here so I can end with a few good knots. And make it a little carried away, but I figured you can't have too many knots. And then I will cut those last little pieces off. And then I make the knots long enough so then I could tuck it under here so you don't really see that. And that is one handle. What I will then do is wrap this handle around the mat, and then I'm going to tuck it under here to make it secure. And when I have my second handle, I am then going to take the remaining part of the handle and tie them together. And I will show you that in my next video.